So yeah, let's finish my tea. Also, can you see how orange I am when I turn off my lights? No, I can't. You absolutely cannot. I think this is because of my blinds. My blinds are brown. They are aluminum. Aluminum. They are aluminum. And the light that does come through them kind of makes it look orange. The artist I listened to released a new song today. What kind of song is it? Is it Maggie Lindemann? I know you like her, but I just assume that is the one artist you listen to. Indeed, it is her. Yes. I know you too well. I just know you too well. Let me move this thing back. What's it like here? Beep. That is so much better. Let's see how it looks like the trees are actually in the proper position. That's so nice. I was in the stream, and there's this guy called Undead, and a guy called Skeleton. Undead Skeleton.
I got DR Pepper.
I got DR Pepper. Hi, Crimson, how you doing? DR Pepper. Hey, are you willing to share with the class? Do we have some DR Pepper for everyone? Guy called Undead, another guy called Skeleton. All that's missing now is a necromancer. It's you. You're the necromancer. Holy shit. That's like the perfect chat. It's funny. Do you think this would look fun if I turned this into a roundabout? I mean, yes and no. If I share, there must be something for everyone to share. Oh well. Oh well, blood. Yeah, just share blood. I didn't know those people. Well, now you can... What's the opposite of unalive them? Revive them. My brain is on slow burner today. I can't come up with funny things. Please excuse my brain. I need my fix of cocaine? Chamomile. I need chamomile, not cocaine. Don't give me cocaine. I need chamomile tea. Have a zombie, want it? Speaking of zombies, have any of you ever played Plants vs. Zombies? I haven't. But I feel like it's in the cultural zeitgeist. And everybody's played it. I haven't. I have not played Plants vs. Zombolumble, Columbo Schmumbles. We have 20 of them. Why did you get 20 zombies? Did you zombify them? Okay, I'm getting this. I don't want this to snap to anything. So I add a path here? I don't want to add a path. Fuck paths. Paths are for weaklings. Oh, maybe I can add a gate here. Let's see if the game has gates. It probably has gates. McFadden? I hope you find that funny. Hi, Angry Jews. I'm back, my child. Welcome back, Papa. Oh, fuck. Don't move. I didn't touch anything. I planted MisterTrashcan and he got eaten out by the zombies. Wait, eat out? Hold up. I cannot share my secret. The game probably has gays, but I don't know if it has gates. Did I just kind of connect these? Sure, why not? I want to see, do I have big gates? Gates. There are gates. There's a Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gate Bridge base. I don't think I need those. I report you to the church. Well, despite what the church might try to tell you, gay people and, other people do exist. Even in my city. Hi, Jax. How are you doing? A playground gate. Gatehouse residence. Oh my god. I don't know what that is. Game, set, match? No, I want a proper gate. Golden Gate Road. What the fuck is a Golden Gate Road? That is so interesting to me. That is so absolutely interesting. Wait. What is this road? The Golden Gate Road? Wait, it's just a 6-lane highway. That is so fucked up. We don't get 6-lane highways that way. See? We only get 5-lane asymmetrical ones. That is fucked up. We only get 5-lane asymmetrical ones. That's interesting. Sombrero, I shall wear my sombrero. So the Golden Gate Road is just a 6-lane divided highway. That's so interesting to know. I don't need that. I'm glad that I know that information now. So apparently, some of these roads are specific to what type of bridge they have. Fascinating. He's a knight and I have like 20 zombies. He's doing something bad. Well, not much I can do there, I guess. Yeah, Crimson, how was your day? How is your day? What time is it for you? Midday. It's midday. I'm sleepy. So we're just here, playing City Skylines. As one does. On City Skyline Day. Can't really put anything here, let's just build a park here. I'm already happy that I put the fan behind me blowing on me because it's already getting warm. It's already too warm for me. But the thing is, the church is gonna kill me first. Oh no, why? I think the church is gonna kill us all at some point, but why you first? What have you done to piss him off?
I'm a ding-dong daddy from Dumas.
Absolute jackpot!
Do my stuff.
Thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate it. Because you're a necromancer. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course, right. They have something against magic too, I forgot. What do I do about this? I kind of want to put basically the same thing here too. Hello, hi, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Nice to have you here. That's a school, right? Yeah, I put a school here. Are people visiting the school? People are visiting the school. That is so great. How are we, people? Well, I can't speak for all of us, but I will, and I'm going to assume that everybody's doing fantastically. So, I hope that you are also doing fantastically. Yeah. I'm losing people? Nothing's on fire, so I'm fine. Don't scare me like that. I mean, I was going to say I could put a bus station here, but we have the bus station here and lights. People just have to drive to here, and then they can just walk. People can walk, folks. People can walk. Nice city? Oh, I thank you. I've been working on it for literal months. Holy shit. They just dropped the Funkos for the Fallout show. Are they great or are they horrible? I hope they're great. What do I do about this? I could... Okay, upgrade for this just goes there anyway. So something should go here. Oh my god, I just want to put down a park. This looks like a park area. This looks insane. It is an insane city. I started over here. You can kind of see my starting grid. I did gentrify the area. These all used to be single house homes, single home houses. But I upgraded them to be, what are they? Mixed living southwestern American houses. They are all level 5 and they look glorious. They look absolutely stunning. Because I have so many people wanting to live in my city despite my high taxes. That's the one thing I complain about, and high noise pollution. I don't care about that. They're all level 5. Mixed housing. And my traffic's great too. So I started here. This atrocity is also here. These are all level 5 buildings. What do I do about this? What do I do about this area? I feel like I should demolish all this, but I can't because we've got average wealth wretched. That can't be good. I got 5,481 people living here, 800 of which are animals. In part 2, the details are incredible. They are. They are. I do like City Skylines 1. I played it a bunch. City Skylines 2 just looks so much better. It's incredible. I know it has less features than the first game, and many people don't like that about the game, but I really do have to say I like the second game more. Okay, we've got 4,000 people attending my university, which is at the worst spot imaginable. What are you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna have to not look at that. I also have a nice metropolitan cloverleaf intersection. This was an afterthought, as you can see. And so was this. This was also an afterthought, as you can clearly see. But it is working, which is great. It is working, it is making me happy. Traffic's great. In this huge city, traffic's great. I only have 77,000 people, which is not a lot. Like, other people have more humans in their city. But I just struggle to get people. No, actually, I struggle to make my city big enough for enough people. What are you? Also mixed living. Man, these southwestern American houses look so great. Wild design, but it works. Right? So the way my streams work, I start streaming, and then we talk about Star Trek, and then I build like 2 houses, put down 2 trees, and then 3 hours will have passed. So, you know, I want a park. I want to build a park, not that park. Can I fit this one in here? Too big. This one would fit, but I don't like the fence. Oh my god. Oh, heaven. I thought this would go to both sides, though.
Today, engineers have found a way to make the car roomier and closer to the road without a clumsy shaft above the floor. The drive shaft from the engine to the differential is lowered out of the way, and the drive shaft is connected to the rear axle at the bottom.
At the bottom?
The new low-center drive makes the rear axle quieter, stronger, and more durable because it gives better, smoother contact between the gears.
Love this. I just love listening to this voice. Post a screenshot of my new Elden Ring character's progression this far. It'll tell me nothing. I will not understand anything in it, but I will look at it nonetheless. It'll probably be a character wearing some sort of armor, wielding some sort of weapon, standing in some sort of area with an enemy in front of it. I was so right about that. I don't know what this means, but it looks cool. And the occasional knowledge. Yes, we have occasional knowledge. Oh, I like this song. I wish I could easily just add songs to my playlist. Some Other Drum by The Music Machine. Let's add this to my playlist. Also, if my microphone sometimes cuts out, it's because of my noise cancelling. I beat a boss who was holding up the stars with gravity magic. Yep. 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 That sounds so great. So back to talking Star Trek. I don't know, I just do not like fantasy stuff. It's strange. Fantasy stuffs. That's why I don't like Star Wars, because Star Wars is just essentially science fantasy. It's not science fiction, it's science fantasy. I talked to... Who did I talk to about this? I talked to Bunny about this. Star Wars is essentially Lord of the Rings, but space. I mean, you've got knights, you've got emperors, you've got kings, you've got swords, you've got magic. But space! I'm not a huge fan of that. How loud is this? Extremely loud. Extremely loud. Do I want to allow people to park here? Maybe there, but not here. I had the brief urge to tell Booty, another City Skylines player, they can use the Golden Gate Bridge Road to do 6-lane divided, but he uses modded roads anyway, so he can't, who cares? Let's put this here. Although it is a back road, so who cares? Let's put down some trees here, because this just looks weird. It was also the hardest patch 1.0 boss. Hell yeah. But tell me, what class starship is he? Someone just pinged me in Discord server, and I completely forgot I made my profile game character in that server. I mean, your profile character in our server is also just Steph from Life is Strange, right? I remember in City Skylines 1 you could edit individual buildings in the special editor. You can't do that here, but that's okay. Like, if I wanted to, I could use my mod and delete individual pieces. I don't need to do that. It's fine. I don't know how to solve the vagrant issue. Like, I've got homeless people sleeping in my tennis court. What does one do about that? I make this a nice living area, you know, like I did over here with the southwestern American buildings. I don't know how to sit anymore. Honestly, I should just stand. I gotta tell you, buying an ergonomic chair made me just want to stand all the time. Sorry about the flickering. That's City Skylines 2 changing weather. I've said this before, too. About the chair, not about the City Skylines thing. So if you do ever consider getting an ergonomic chair, get an expensive one. And by expensive, I don't mean 200 bucks, even though 200 bucks might sound expensive for a chair. I'm saying get one that's like at least 500 bucks, because had I known beforehand what kind of chair I wanted, I would have set my minimum budget at 500 bucks instead of 200 bucks. Because while my chair does do the job, there are some things about it that I would like to change that cannot be changed, that better chairs do let you change. But not this one. A good brand for chairs is Herman Miller, but it's more, it's just like Herman Miller is that brand where you pay 50% for the chair and 50% for the brand name. So it's like the Apple of chairs. It's an Apple chair. But the reason it surprised me is because the person who pinged me had their profile as the brother to the character I have my profile as. Aw, that's cute though. I think that's cute. And now it's night again, so we can't really do much. And that stinks. You don't even know them. Yo, Fallout, do you think Mr. Moth would enjoy... Tell me why. I know episode 3 is 1. Episode 1 is free now. But episode 2 and 3 are still $16. And also, there's another game made by the Life is Strange devs that I didn't know about. It's like a police game. I had no idea. Can I click on this? Oh my god, I can. Concrete surface 2. Agricultural surface district. District creation. Nope. The new Snow Planet one is coming from them. The new Snow Planet? He probably would. It is on Game Pass? Oh, well, then let me just request that when he streams tomorrow. Does he stream tomorrow? Next time he's live, I gotta redeem that. Just tell me why it's a great game. I don't know what's better. Oh, well, tell us what are the options. Or are you talking about Life is Strange? Oh, oh, okay, from Xbox Direct, okay. Isn't tomorrow grounded? Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, right. But last time he streamed twice in one day. Meeting being over or giving a kudos to agents. You should be getting the kudos. So, that. Need a fountain. 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 How many different fountains are there? Dog park fountain, small fountain. See, there are so many fountains. Large fountain. Okay, these you can place normally. Hey, that's okay. I just heard that. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy beepy. I hope that's not horrible. Fountain. Put every fountain, make their tax dollars work. No, the tax money is reserved for healthcare and public broadcasting and education. Me oh my. I'm such a bitch. Although my city doesn't have a TV broadcast station. No, I'm sleepy. Hi, Sleepy Winter. How are you doing, Sleepy Winter? You know what would be interesting if I make this grass and this grass too? That could be fun. Me? You're asking me? I'm doing alright. I'm sleepy. I mean, you're sleepy, but I'm sleepy too. Everybody's sleepy. Okay, let's remove this and put this here. And put this like here. That could look interesting. Your mom's grass. Is this like the new SimCity game? City Skylines? City Skylines is better than SimCity. I have to say, even though I'm very nostalgic about SimCity 4, I have to say that City Skylines is superior in every way imaginable. Well, not in every way. You can't drive vehicles in this game. That's like the only thing that's wrong with this game. I'm gonna have to delete this. Down. Markers. Net lanes. Boop. You can build the streets, but you can't drive them. Yes. That sucks. Sounds like a game dev opportunity. The thing is, you could do that in the first game, but only on the console version. In the console version, you could get into cars and drive them around your city. You couldn't do that on the PC, and you couldn't do that. You can't do that in this game either. It's a missed opportunity. Oh, I don't want to move the road. I'm sorry. These are mods, by the way. This is not in the base game. Moving items like this is not a thing you're supposed to do. Should I cordon this off? Nah, let's just put down some trees. I warned you that this is what my city streams are, just putting down trees everywhere. Like this big honkin' tree. Or other trees. The thing is, all of these trees... Wait, are these ones? Okay, these are these ones. I almost placed these ones, which are so much taller. I'm gonna get a bench. This is also not in the base game. Much like with all the other games, like Sims games, SimCity, whatever, they are only really playable with mods. I mean, of course you can play this game without mods. But mods, of course, as always, they add so much quality of life. Like just being able to move stuff around, which is technically not what you're supposed to do. Like, I could click on it and pay money to relocate stuff, but then things become finicky and bleh. So I'd rather cheat with mods. Yeah, I like that these are not straight at all. Gotta have more lights. They're not straight at all. These in between. Yep, that's not horrible at all. I'm not the best at decorating. If you want to see good decorating, go follow Booty. A booty, booty, booty. There you go. Yes, that probably makes sense. Alright, I want living quarters right here. I mean, not living quarters like a quarter where people live. Not like living quarters on a ship. I don't want that. To do that, people would have to come through here, use this road, and come off here. I should get a wider road for this, maybe with some parking too. It would be this road. I mean, I could also use this road. Honestly, no, this is fine. This is a-okay. I want to connect this to here and just go out to here. And then we'll have this just go here. Have a roundabout here. Or traffic lights, whatever suits it better. This can connect to that. Let's just bring this over here, and then this can connect to that. Do we go like that? Nah. I mean, I do like this divider road. It's just so pretty. That looks a bit borked. Oh, that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. We can always unbork it. Unbork. Although I could bring this that way, and that might fix it. No, let's not experiment. Okay, I need a medium roundabout for this one. Small, medium. With a tree in the middle. There you go. just stretching. I still have Stretch Armstrong disabled. I didn't turn it on for today. And it won't be turned on tomorrow or Sunday because we've got collaborations on those days. I know, I'm sorry. Maybe I should just add like a soft Stretch Armstrong. You know, one where I stretch in my chair. But that would be too easy. Okay, a nice green divider like that. Yes, a soft Stretch Armstrong. Remove the zoning from these. Yeah, remove it from here as well as that and that. Yeah, that's okay. And this can just kind of curve and hit this one. Because I don't really want to connect this to my highway. People have to drive this way and turn here, which kind of sucks if you do live here. But I am planning on connecting this up, so having this here would be silly. Soft Stretch Armstrong. I'd like to delete this, actually. Not the whole thing. Yeah, actually, the whole thing. Let's get this road. I cannot believe it. Can I see them? Oh no, that's a tree. I thought those were mooses. Measons. Okay, let's build this out. Here. And this can go to... let's extend this by this much, and then grab this road. There you go. And then let me grab the tweak tool so I can move this back a little so this transition is a bit more gradual. Like this. Like this. And now we have a slight problem. We've got a tree in the middle. But that's okay. Although the tweak tool kind of messes up sometimes, like it does this. Yeah, let's remove that. Let's just try that again. Might add a roundabout there. Even though we don't really have a four-way intersection here to justify it. It could just be a way for people to turn around. Yeah, that's a good idea. A way for people to turn around isn't a bad idea. Connect that to here. We could also do the cul-de-sac one. Having the cul-de-sac here would just make this super wide. Like, extremely wide. What about the green one? Honestly, that does not look horrible. Yeah, that's okay. I don't want people parking here. They can cross here, but not there. I would like this, though. And the greenery. Put that there. Alright. Now the question is, do I put buildings here and here, or only here? I kind of only want to put them here. Yeah, let's go with the southwestern ones. I love the southwestern American buildings. Do we go mixed use or just medium? Let's go medium only. Like this. Although, I do have to build a path. So I'm sorry for the land investors. For the investors who just build a building there. You must go. Southwest represent. I mean, hey, the southwestern American buildings, they are so gorgeous. Those are Japanese ones. Let's see. These ones are the southwestern ones. Look at that. Look at these. They're so cool. They don't have to build for snow, that's true. That is true. So it might be a bad idea to put them here, actually, because we do sometimes get snow in my world. I love engine. Don't you think it's incredible what game engines can do? Because if you try to build a city like this in Blender with this amount of buildings, this amount of detail, Blender would fucking die. Like, this is insane. The fact that this runs at all is a miracle. Nothing short of a miracle. It really is impressive. I want them to build a bigger building, please. Oh my god. How about you do mixed living then? Mixed housing. Oh my god, they don't want to build a big building. They just don't want to. Hydrate? I hydrate. That has to do with that the game engine is doing with the set geometry. Yeah, game engines are a whole nother thing. Also, this doesn't run on Python, right? Quibbler has to adjust for all the vertices at all times. Yes. Yes. Plus, this game does some clever culling, I would assume. They have Python issues. I think the thing that's holding back Blender even more than the back end is the Python thing. Because doing anything in Python... Like, while Python is a nice and easy language, I'm not sure if it's the most efficient one to use for 3D modeling. I did photo editing in Python, and that was already annoying. Python is so powerful. Maybe. Like I said, I only did photo editing with it in uni. What does Maya use? They use C something, right? Why? Why did that go away? Christ. No. I can fix it. I can fix it, Felix. There you go. C++ is better, I think. C++, MEL, Python, C#. That's what Google AI says. Google's AI says. Which is the fastest 3D program? And I'm not talking about render engines, like performance-wise. Which one is the best? I kind of want to know. And I don't want to Google, like, which is the best 3D program, because then it's just going to give you a BuzzFeed top 10 rating. I mean, I'm not talking, like, actually performance. Which program can handle the most vertices? Which program can handle the most particles? Stuff like that. Also, I think it might be valuable to get into Unreal, because many people, especially in the architectural visualization branch of things, are getting more and more into Unreal. Yo. Nuke probably, or Houdini. Is Nuke a 3D thing, or is it a compositing thing? I know people use it in the context of compositing a lot. Houdini. Do you do modeling in Houdini? Or is it just simulations? I'm trying to adjust my backrest. There you go. That's where Unreal Engine games load and run so cleanly compared to Unity. Simulations, yeah. I wonder which one's like the best for modeling. ZBrush handles the highest amount of vertices, I think. Oh god, yeah, it must. It must. The things people have done in ZBrush. Horrifying. Millions, tens of millions of vertices. But hey, if it can handle it. I remember my professor told us about ZBrush. and that technically as students we do have access to it, but he didn't teach it to us because it is expensive, and after we're done with school we won't be able to use it anymore. Autodesk 3ds Max or Maya is what I use. Alright, alright. Now, have you ever considered switching to Blender? It is becoming the new industry standard. Which me, as a Blender aficionado, I am very happy about. I love me some Blender. I love myself a good Blender. May I have a parking lot? I know that a program for 3D modeling... Oh, I know not a program... I'm sorry, I can't read today. But the Decima engine has really put in some great work in the new Death Stranding, running the game without lag. It's amazing. Is that a proprietary console engine? Is that what it's called? The Decima engine? I love it so much I even made a protein shake in a blender this morning. Oh my god, Blender is everywhere in your life. Rhino 3D and SolidWorks came up. They got me thinking CAD softwares probably do something wild. Yeah, CAD systems don't use polygons. Not necessarily. The way they work, it's complicated math. It's all curves and curved surfaces that work with booleans, and it's some creepy magic. Like the first CAD software was developed in the 50s and 60s. Like, I don't remember what it was called, but for designers and stuff, they had a 3D pen, like a CRT screen and a pen, and they would put the different control points onto that CRT screen, and it would take minutes for it to load and render. Like the little green lines, and even back then they had like backface culling, so you could only see the front of a cube, for instance. CAD is wild. If I were to compare it with image editing software, then I'd say that Blender is more like Photoshop, where you take your pixels and you draw on it, but you only have a limited resolution. Depending on your pixel density, that is how high the resolution of your image will be. Whereas CAD software is more like Inkscape, where you have curves and your infinite, your resolution is infinite. What am I putting here? I don't know what I'm doing. Thanks for putting down two different things. I appreciate that so much. Which one's surfaces? One of these is surfaces. This is surfaces. Not necessarily concrete. I'd like tiles. These ones? No. Would I like these ones instead? Yes. I wrote my bachelor's thesis on AI and architectural visualization, and whether AI could replace actual archivists. And I sent my findings to some architecture labs. I mean, not labs, but some architectural firms. NERPS usage, yeah. That stands for something, right? I've forgotten what it stands for. Coded, some people were actually quite convinced that the results looked good, even though they did not. Like, I had some criteria. I asked them, hey, look at this image. Do you think this image would be good to advertise a property? And some people said no. While others said, hey, maybe it's not great for advertising, but I could show this to a customer and convey the right idea. Non-uniform rational B-splines, that's what it stands for, yeah. And one guy even went so far and said, the most horrible artifact-ridden AI creation that I sent to him, he was like, yeah, I could show this to a customer, that's fine, I could put that on my website. Which either means they have no idea, which either means they have no idea, or they actually believe that it looked good. Which, I mean, a personal opinion, that's okay. People may have opinions. And that's why I asked them. There was one person who actually doesn't even use 3D renders at all. They still make proper models, like out of paper and other materials. That is how they visualize their architecture, which I found very interesting, that people still did that. Like, not just to get ideas, but to actually advertise the product. I found that fascinating. Remarkable, even. Come on, it's been half an hour, right? Sombrero, 40 minutes? I'm 10 minutes over. There you go. A physical thing in front of you is huge in advertising. That's true. That is true. But if you're a private customer and you're just visiting a website, you don't have the thing in front of you. It makes tangible exist. Yeah, that's what I wrote in my thesis too. It was actually my first chapter was about how models were used back in the day, back in olden days, back in ancient days to build stuff first and then build the real thing. I mean, obvious use for it, but it's like this connection between human and the thing in front of you that makes it tangible, just like you said. Some nice. Hi, Lan, how are you doing? How do you be? Everybody, go follow Lan. She's doing Jackbox tonight. If I remember correctly from your poll, I hope that won. I had a morning. I hope a good morning. Good morning. What should I add here? I don't know. Oh, I know. You could add something. Like shops. Southwestern American shops. There you go. Oh shit. I deleted the wrong thing. I wanted this. Remove that. Bring this back. Dezone this. Put that there. Wait. Put that there. And now I can add a thing. You know what? Southwestern American office. And the Eye of Sauron. It was a good morning, not good, but not terrible. It was a morning, okay. The winner. I did win. Perfect. It did win, not I did win. Whoopsie. Hell yeah, Jackbox is always so much fun. I might end stream earlier so I can play it with you. The dickening. Man, that is my favorite clip ever. Not even of my channel or your channel or anybody else's, ever. That's my favorite clip on Twitch. We brain twinned so hard that day. I love it. The dickening. The dickening. It was beautiful. Well, if you want to, I would love to have you there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I could read you my bachelor's thesis, but sadly it's in German, and I don't think I can translate that quickly in my brain, in my head. What else was I talking about in my thesis? I also had a chapter about Microsoft. What's it called? They had an OS thingy in the 90s where the entire OS was icons. Like, you'd open your PC and instead of a background and icons, you had a living room with a picture of a trash can and a picture of a desk. What was that called? Windows, Microsoft? I don't remember. That introduced the little Clippy the clip. The little AI helper. That's why I wrote about that, because I was comparing AI to non-AI, and I wanted to talk about the beginnings of AI stuff. And I used Clippy as an example of generative AI. Because that is what it is. It's an early use of generative AI. Okay, I cannot put this here for some reason. My brother said his favorite clip of us was content warning when I was poking you in the chest with your microphone and you were censoring swears. That was a phenomenal clip. Yeah, I have to put that there. That'll be alright. That's so cool. That OS flopped horribly. Nobody liked it. How are we doing on firehouses? Because I could fit it in here perfectly. We do have one here. We do have one there. How much is it per month? 4,000. How are we doing on polices? I have one police station there. Can I fit this in here, like, perfectly, maybe? Oh, no, I cannot. Healthcare. Smaller? No. Smaller? No. Smaller? No, no. He said you're enabling my gremlin behavior? Yes. So that's a bad thing? What do you mean? That's a good thing. Shut up. I think that's a good thing. No matter what society says. Okay, well, if I can't fit anything in there, I'll just put a park down. Specifically this one. Really. Put that right here. That's a good thing. He enables me too. Yes, we are enablers. You just demolish this building because I put the fucking path here. Can't believable. Cannot believable. Oh no, come on. You can build a bigger house, you don't... Is the asp here still there? Of course it is. I'll just copy this one. That doesn't fit in there anymore. But why? What? Why are you shifted over like that? That makes no sense. There you go. Strange. Best area of the city would visit with 10 out of 10. What the fuck was that? Okay, I need some kind of funeral place. Some kind of dead people place. This game, sometimes it just does stuff like that. Babu 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 bay. Back to my thesis. What I did in my thesis, I made a model in 3D. I did a traditional architectural I can't say it. Visualization. Architectural visualization. I mean, I didn't model the whole building. I contacted a website that sells house plans, and I asked whether they could give me some plans that I could use in my bachelor's thesis, and they just straight up sent me the 3D model. So I saved a lot of time there. I was very happy about that. I still had to fix a bunch of stuff and do the textures and all. But I was very happy that they did that. Yeah, I made the environment, I rendered everything, I made it nice. I did some editing in Photoshop to make it look extra nice. And what I did then is I stripped it of all the textures, of all the detail. I just kind of rebuilt the building out of blocks, make it really simple. And then I gave those images, those very simple base images, I gave those to ChatGPT and other AI models. And I said, hey, could you turn this into something awesome? And it made something very horrible. How many people live in here? 55. I kind of want to turn this into a hospital. I mean, we already have one over there. Although this place is kind of due for a medical clinic. One here. And there's a nerd. Where? Tell me, where's the nerd? The nerd. I've got demand for everything. Hi Jade, hi Jade, hi Ithilus. Everybody? I've got a quest for you. I've got a quest for you. There you go, that's the quest. Follow Ithilus. How you doing? How you doing, Ithilus? I hope you're well. I'm gonna be lurking, chopping trees. Alright, looking my Are you chopping trees in real life or in Minecraft life? In Valheim. You're chopping trees in Valheim. I remember that. Do I build more mixed living spaces? Sure. That did nothing. Let's instead build Southwestern American, these ones. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, you're green now, hell yeah! Thanks for the shout out, of course. Everybody follow Ithilus immediately. How are you doing well? How am I doing this fine day? How goes my city is going well, and I'm going fucking to bed. I'm sleepy. Sounds delicious. A raspberry ripple ice cream. What's the ripple part? I know what a raspberry is, but what's a ripple? I know what a ripple is. What's a raspberry ripple? How do you ripple a raspberry? How's about I put down an office? Right here. Oh, that's perfect. I hope you're doing well, Ithilus. Has anyone ever streamed lying in their bed? Just kind of... And now, we're playing City Skylines. As you can see, we're skylining in the city. I mean, probably, right? He's building... Already leveling up. Probably. Oh yeah, Lan, you probably replied to me about Generations. Why do you want to watch Generations again? I mean, I can read your message later if you don't want to talk about it now, if you don't want to repeat yourself. But if you don't mind, why do you want to watch Generations, specifically Generations again? I don't think it has anything to do with Voyager, unless you just want to get refreshed. And that was such an amazing scene when the Borg infiltrated the ship, and they were knocking on the door, and Beverly was like, oh my god, we need a distraction. Activate the EMH, and then Robert Picardo just popped up. Please state the nature of your emergency. Please state the nature of your... I did it perfectly the first time. Please state the nature of your medical emergency. And he popped up. And he was like, I'm a doctor? I don't know how to talk to Borg. That was such a cool cameo. I love that. I love that scene so much. I love watching Star Trek actors in different roles in Star Trek. Oh, because of Tuvok. Okay, that's why you want to watch. Okay, that makes sense. It's basically vanilla with ripples of raspberry. Oh. So like thin and long nuggets. Okay, okay. That makes sense. So it's like lots of vanilla and then just little waves of raspberry sauce or raspberry ice cream. I love the EMH. That was such a great scene. And I'm glad that all these side characters were in First Contact. Alyssa Ogawa, one of my, for some reason, favorite side characters. I'm always hugely into side characters. I love Alyssa Ogawa. I love Broccoli so much. Unreasonably much. Who else? I'm a huge fan of Christine Chapel. Do I have anyone like that in DS9? I mean, Morn's pretty fun. Never spoke a word. Garrick is my favorite side character. I mean, I wouldn't call him a side character. Because Garrick's kind of always... Not always, but sometimes he does have an episode for himself. Or he is somewhat of a main character in one of the episodes. But I mean, like, proper side characters that do not get their own episodes. They're just kind of there. Like, what's her name? Ensign... Oh god, you do not know who I'm talking about. Ensign... Wells? That's not her name. She didn't have a single line of dialogue when Wesley left. TNG... Ensign... Oh god. Wells? Oh, wait. Ensign Gates. For some reason, I don't know why, but seeing this random person at the helm always made me happy. Can you focus? This is Ensign Gates. She never had a single line of dialogue, but I was always happy to see her. She was in a bunch of episodes after Wesley left. I don't know why. I don't know why I like side characters so much. Just seeing them all over the place. It's so nice. What does it say on my t-shirt? It says, ask me about my 3D models. Brunt is A+. I like Broccoli. You like Barkley? I mean, listen, Barkley is an awesome character, alright? I think I know who you're talking about. Yes, yes. I don't know why. It's just these side characters that have nothing to them. I like them. I should put a special building here. Oh god. Canopy Cafe. These are all too big. Too big. Too big. Too big. Too big. Too walk. Too big. Actually, it doesn't fit here. Too big. What are you? Too tiny. I mean, you know what? If I get this, and I go like this, I could put this here. What are you snapping to? I turned snapping off. Like this. And then I'll turn off crossing. Alright. And then I'll get this one. For some reason that doesn't fit here. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. There you go. This is so nice! I'll just kind of move this in the middle, in the actual middle of it. Tuvok, where? His actor is in The Orville. I can't remember what he plays, but he's in The Orville. Man, I hope they're not canceling The Orville. It would be such a shame. Because, from what I've heard, people think it's even better than the new Star Trek stuff that they've been making. It's a spiritual successor to Star Trek. And I cannot wait to watch the new Star Trek shows to appreciate The Orville even more. Brunt, FCA, Ferengi, commercial, Agency? No. I can't remember. Commerce? Chamber of... Oh, it's FCC. It's FCC, not FCA. It's Ferengi Chamber of Commerce. Right? It's not FCA, it's FCC? Wait, no. I don't know. Okay. Oh, this one... Wait. How could this be unique? What did I just put down? What did I just place? Westwood Center. What appears to be just a regular shopping center with a mural on the roof. Lounge, Susan sophisticated attractiveness and well-being for 1 kilometer. That's great. Arts and crafts. I could put this here. Or parking lot. Ferengi Commerce Authority. Okay, that's the abbreviation. I didn't know Tim Russ was in the Orville. He was! I can't remember what he played. Many Star Trek actors were on the Orville. So we had Marina Sirtis, we had Robert Picardo, we had the Tim Russ, that's his name? That's 3 of them at least. Who else? Who else is on the Orville? Robert Picardo. Yeah, he is! Wait, Lan, have you not watched The Orville? I need to rewatch The Orville. Yeah! He's the father of, Selayan, very strong, Alara. I've only seen season 1. Oh, you have to rewatch it. You have to rewatch it. Season 1 is great, season 2 is great, but season 3 just blows it out of the ballpark. Please, Paige, rewatch The Orville. Season 3 is amazing. It's got the most heartbreaking episodes in it. Plural episodes. The Orville Season 3 just is something different. While Season 1 is a bit of a spoof, Season 2 is already a more serious show, and Season 3 changed everything. Like, the quality went up so much. They went to, 21:9 instead of 16:9 aspect ratio. The CGI is better. The Orville Season 3, it's not even called the Orville Season 3, it's called The Orville New Horizons. It's great. And just listening to that theme song, you can hear the influence that Voyager and TNG had on that show. What did I put here? Can I have a small one? I like how this underground one kind of always fits somewhere. This is technically still the largest one. I don't need this. Or do I? Let me remove this. I'm sorry, the one person that's walking there. I'll have to get a new subscription service to watch it. Once I'm done with Voyager, I'll switch over to watch The Orville and then go back to Paramount. Yeah, that's a great plan. The Orville is on Disney Plus / Hulu, whatever streaming service it is on in the US. Yeah, The Orville has some of the best time travel stuff that I've seen in a long time. And anyone who's seen The Orville can pretty much just confirm that. That time travel episode, if I bring that up, The Orville fans will immediately know what I'm talking about. I can give you a quick synopsis if you like. From what I've seen, I agree, The Orville is the best Star Trek since DS9. Many people said that. Many people have said that. It just shows how much love and attention Seth MacFarlane put into his show. Like, it's his passion project. And he did say there will be more, and I'm hoping that more isn't just going to be that one comic that they're releasing this year, which I pre-ordered. It's only $10, which I feel like is not enough. I want to be charged more money for the thing that I like. The Galaxy Quest is the best Star Trek movie, right? Or a Traumschiff Surprise. It's not. It's not the best Star Trek movie. It's a hodgepodge of different movies. You still want to see it? How did you even find the SRT file for it? Because I looked it up on the internet and I couldn't find one. You googled bad things. Oh my god, Lan. I didn't mention this to you. I didn't tell you this when I sent you that link, but the movie is not the first and only thing that one comedian made on Star Trek. He actually made a whole series of Star Trek spoofs, like 2 to 3 minute long spoof clips, skits. Because he had his own comedy show back in the 90s and early 2000s. And I could show them to you, but they are very funny, but they are completely not understandable. If you don't know German, they're probably not going to be as funny. I have need. I can show you one clip. You will not understand anything, but it's still funny as heck. That's okay. Le gasp. Okay, let me show that to you in a minute. Chocolate. Okay, let me save it before game explodes. Alright. The creator's name, or the comedian's name, is Michael Bulli Herbig. He's a German star, celebrity, whatever you want to call it. Oh my god, Lan, look, it's one of your VODs. Let's watch that. I watched all of these clips yesterday. Traumschiff Surprise. Oh, okay. Okay, here they're sending a fax to the Klingons. Let's see, which one could be funny? Just by watching it. This one could be funny. Let me just put a few in the queue. No, not that one. I like the sounds it's making. Like my city's burning the fuck down. You're watching my YouTube? Of course. Of course. Okay, let's watch 3 of them. Okay, that's an ad. I'll switch scenes in a minute, don't worry. Just want to make sure that you don't get ads. Alright. Let's pause music, switch scenes. I am the kindest person on the internet. Alright. You won't understand anything because it's German. But as you can see, unser Traumschiff, meaning our dream ship, but the T is X'd out, so it means unser Raumschiff, which is German for our spaceship. And now we've got ads playing, which stinks, so I'm gonna wait 1 minute and 30 seconds for the ads to come back. Among others, but I love the one. I loved your Kill Everyone in Until Dawn video. Aw, thank you so much. Yeah, I put a lot of effort into that one. I condensed the entire fucking game into one video. Let me actually pause City's Guns before my city burns to the ground again. There you go. I put so much effort into that one. I wish more people had seen it, but hey, it was a ton of fun to play it second time around and killing everyone, because I learned some stuff about the game that I didn't know before. That had to take forever. It was a lot of footage to go through. I also cut a lot of stuff out, so editing it wasn't actually that horrible. I don't know why my camera is like this in this scene. Like if I switch scenes, it's kind of moving over. I don't know why. You're doing something similar with The Evil Within, and I'm crying inside. Oh, that's a good game. Never played it, only seen people play it. Do you think ads are over? See you in 1 minute 30 seconds. Does it give us a welcome back message? I can't remember. What does Stream Elements do? Does it tell us? I can't remember. I can't remember. Let's see if audio's alright. Can go a bit louder. Alright. I mean, first frame already. Helicopter, propellers, rockets, and wheels. I don't watch me play The Evil Within. It was a mess. I'm gonna enjoy that video so much. Okay, I think 1 minute 30 seconds is over. Welcome back from the ads. It has wheels. Are you ready? Better placeholder. Oh my god. Wait until you get the best placeholder. It's the best one. We're gonna watch some German skits of that show. You're not gonna understand it. This one's from 2002. But yeah. This one's called Neue Welt, which means New World. So we've got a show called Our Dream Ship, translated to Our Spaceship. And instead of Strange New Worlds, it's just called New World. Are you ready? Let's go. I could turn on subtitles. I tried that before. It does translate them, but it's nonsense because their accent is so difficult to understand because they're from a region in Germany that sounds funny, but you can't understand them. I mean, I can understand them. They talk funny.
Computerlogbuch Nummer 1 von unserem Traumschiff Captain Quark. Die Entdeckung des Jahres.
It's so stupid. He's cutting eggs. For potato salad.
Mr. Spock!
Gottes, was spinnst du?
Was machst du da?
Für Eier schneiden.
Warum?
Für unseren Kartoffelsalat.
Also, Mr. Spock, ich bezahle dich für nicht fürs Kochen.
I'm not paying you to
Du hast mich doch noch nie
cook.
bezahlt.
You're not paying
Du
me.
hast mir nicht einmal was zum Geburtstag geschenkt.
Sei froh, dass du nicht leistungsbezogen entlohnt wirst. Du hast in der letzten Zeit nichts entdeckt. Nicht einmal eine Sternschnuppe.
Aber wie soll ich eine Sternschnuppe entdecken, wenn du immer dieselbe Strecke fährst?
I'm gonna pause it and translate it. So, the guy on the left, Spock, Spooky, said, "You're not paying me," and the guy on the right says, "Well, you haven't found anything recently, not even a shooting star." And the guy on the left says, "Well, how am I supposed to find new things if you keep driving the same route?" And it's a back and forth.
Die Strecke ist landschaftlich am schönsten. Außerdem haben wir da keinen Stau.
Servus. Streitet ihr? Halt's Maul.
Shut the fuck up.
Mein Captain, ist was Wundervolles passiert.
Ist der Chekhov schwanger?
Is
Ich habe
Chekhov
eine erste neue
pregnant?
Welt entdeckt.
Mal, die möchte ich sehen.
He's found a new world.
Die haben wir doch schon.
Yes, the circle logo is a penis. It's so stupid. I love it. I love it so much. Alright. They're only 1 to 2 minutes long. This one's called The Black Lord. The Dark Lord. It's about Darth Vader. Second one. We're only gonna watch 3-1. This is super fun. I need the link for this. I can give you the link for this. 1999.
Logbuch Nummer 1 von unserem Traumschiff. Sternzeit Steinbock, Aszendent Witter.
Stardate. What's the Ram one? I mean, Stardate. What's the Sagittarius? Is that the one? Stardate Sagittarius.
Captain Quark.
Captain
Der
Quark.
erste Kontakt.
First contact.
Herrschaft, was machen wir denn jetzt mit dem?
What are we supposed to do with him?
Nein. Schmeißt man halt wieder raus.
Let's kick him out again.
Spucki, das können wir nicht machen. Das
Can't
ist
do
unser
that.
Gast.
He's our guest.
Vielleicht sollte ich ihn einmal untersuchen.
Maybe I should inspect him.
Vorsichtig. Vielleicht schnappt er.
Maybe he bites.
Also ich glaube, ich rede jetzt einmal mit ihm.
Ja.
Also, du uns sagen, wo du herkommst.
Where are you coming from?
Spucki, vielleicht hat er ja Durst.
Du mögen Prosecco.
You like
Ich glaube, dem
Prosecco?
ist einfach zwang, weil der schnauft der wie beim...
Also ich glaube, ich stelle uns jetzt einfach einmal vor. Hallo, ich Mr. Spock. Zu meiner Linken unser Chefarzt Pille. Das ist sein Captain Cock.
Servus.
Also irgendwie wirkt er verstockt.
Ja, fast zu verliebt.
He's uptight.
Hast du vielleicht Hobbys?
Also jetzt langt's. Du hier einfach auf unser Schiff kommen, ohne zu fragen, wir nicht wissen, was du wollen, wir nicht einmal wissen, ob du Freund oder Feind.
Have your friend or foe?
Ein Freund.
Oh, a friend. If you haven't noticed, they're all gay, by the way. Okay, last one. 1999, The Attack.
Computerlogbuch Nummer 1 von unserem Traumschiff. Sternzeit ist die schönste Zeit, Captain Quark.
Stardate is the best date.
Es liegt was in der Luft.
There's something in the air.
Ah, du spielst immer so wild.
Du kannst nicht verlieren.
Mein Captain,
Ja, was ist denn?
wir haben ein unbekanntes Raumschiff direkt auf Kollisionskurs.
An unnamed spaceship. An unknown
Wer ist denn
spaceship.
das schon wieder?
Who's that?
Fliegen wir halt woanders hin?
Let's fly somewhere else.
Mr. Spock, wir brauchen unseren Schirm.
Zu Befehl, mein Captain.
We need our umbrella. We need our shield. Shields up.
Herrschaft, doch nicht den. Ein Schutzschirm. Haben wir keinen Schutzschirm?
Freilich haben wir einen Schutzschirm, aber frag mich bitte nicht, wie der aufgeht.
Schrotti, mach
Doesn't
du ihn
know how
auf.
to open the
Vergiss
deflector
es, nachher
shield.
geht was kaputt und dann was wieder ich.
No on the bridge crew.
Jetzt hört's halt mal auf, da kann doch was passieren.
Stop doing this before
Lass
something
dich von
breaks.
denen nicht provozieren. Lichtgeschwindigkeit.
Light speed.
Lichtgeschwindigkeit.
Light
Ja,
speed.
ja, das finde ich jetzt nicht.
I can't find it.
Entwarnung!
So, was ist?
Geisterfahrer!
Gott sei Dank.
Ghost driver. Did they really need to be, though? No, 3 people is enough. I could watch these all day with you, but let's go back to City Skylines. Unless you want to see more. If you want my live translations. Nope. Our music back on. Resume game. It's so funny. I knew these existed because you know it's old. It's old stuff. 2002. It's not 2002. It's not old. But, you know, these are like this celebrities from the 90s, early 2000s, back when I was a wee lad. So this is the stuff that my parents would watch. I know it existed. I'd never watched it myself. I'm so glad this exists. Okay, people are dying. That's okay. You think I can put a parking lot in here? Look at all these people walking. Holy shit, let's add a light here. But I need to get ready for a stream. Right. Please, do get ready for a stream, don't let me stop you. I need an English version of this. That's like that accent that they're doing. It's such a whimsical way to speak, and it's so sad that it's lost in translation. It really is. It is funny. Trust me, the German stuff is funny. Germans do have humor. I need to make a short first, so I'll be here a bit. Alright, Lan. I like how organized you are. I haven't made a short in forever. I just don't have anything funny that happens in my streams. What are you doing? Tyler Weatherly. Are you called that because you're the vagrant living in here? Lies. Maybe I should add lights here too. Would be safer. I am the funniest. I never know what to clip though. That's why you're here. Fuck, same. I mean, Radon, if you need any help. Lan, same goes for you. If you need any help. What are you using to make your shorts? Are you using DaVinci? Please say yes. And if you're not using DaVinci, please switch to DaVinci. I mean, because I'm a friend. Oh. You mean we're friends? And friends. Oh my god, I should make that a redeem. Play a random German Star Trek spoof. Oh, you're using the Movavi video editor. I've heard about that before. Heard of that before. Movavi. We are friends. Yippee. So much shit I need to do. I recommend more fiber. I'm sorry, I'm a child. Give me a redeem. Now that I'm officially a Trekkie, I can appreciate the Trekkie spoofs. Boo. Can I just say, DaVinci is a bicon? A bicon? I love him, and I've been modeling so much of my life on him. What's a bicon? I don't know what a bicon is. I don't know what that means. When I'm an adult, when I'm old and have a job, I want to buy the DaVinci Studio Edition, but it's expensive, and I can't afford that right now. A buy icon. Oh, no, I'm talking about the editing software and not the dude. He was raging homo. Hell yeah. But I was led to believe that gay people don't exist. What do you mean? God, the city's so walkable. I love it. I wonder where they're all coming from. So many people. They don't. Oh no. I don't want this conversation to devolve into madness, but I hate being on the internet. I hate it so much. Not like I hate streaming. I hate opening any social media and having two sides to everything. You can post a fucking picture of mayonnaise and you'll have people divided over it and saying, fucking liberals, fucking Republicans, conservatives, fucking liberals, you maniacs. You can post anything and people will just start fighting about nothing. I hate that. And I actually thought about talking about this on stream today. That I hate living in a world where social media and having to be online has become... being online has become a thing that you kind of have to do. Like, sure, I could delete all my social media apps, sure. But you can't really live without your phone. Like, all my banking is done through my phone. My health insurance, that's done through my phone. I have apps for everything. My digital prescriptions, they're on my phone. Everything's on my phone. I can't just remove my phone from my life. I hate that. I hate turning on Instagram or going to YouTube or whatever and having to read all these horrible people's comments about whatever topics is new right now. I hate that so much. Blame the States, blame America, we're the worst. Hi, Jinxie. I mean, I don't want to say it's true, but ever since Orange Man was elected, people in other countries have also kind of started losing their minds. Just saying. The nicest possible way you are. Hey, LAN is one of the best parts of America, okay? LAN and Olavention and who else is American? Mr. Moth, of course. Best thing about America is Mr. Moth. What else? What else? Yeah, look, Lan is a nerd. Yeah, but that's okay, because nerds are great. Imagine not being a nerd. How you doing, Jinxie, by the way? Everybody, if there's any way you're not following Jinxie, why? First of all, why? Do that now. Go follow Jinxie. Because Jinxie is great, and, period. I can't completely blame Orange Man. He's an accelerant of the issue, not the problem. Yes, that is also true. That is also true. People are the problem. It's not what your political opinion is. It's just people are horrible. No matter who you are, you're horrible. Not everyone's horrible, of course, but you know what I mean. People are the problem. Yo, where's Thanos? What? I am, but why is that a negative? His fake tan fueled the fire. Isn't there some... Okay, listen. They just upgraded their house. They just went to level 2. And now people can't get in. Well, that just tells me that I'm gonna have to replace you with this. No? No, no. 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 Too big. Yeah, these hospitals keep getting bigger. What I hate about modern politics is that, especially right now, people don't present their arguments or say that, hey, my idea is the better one, you should vote for me because I have the better ideas. What people tend to do these days is saying, hey, you should vote for me because the other person is so much worse than I am. You should totally vote for me because look how bad the other guy is. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. That is not democracy. That is not debating. That's just being a little child. On both sides. On the conservative side and the liberal side, of course. Both parties are often at fault of both. Guilty of both those things. Just give me the glove, I'll do it. We should never have colonized the Earth. I'll share the load with you today. I hate that too. Thanos any day. Yeah, it's... yeah, it's... Whenever I watch Sabrina, there was one episode where they were voting for class president. And just like today, the candidates were like, okay, there's one candidate that has great ideas, but then there's this other candidate that just says, okay, pizza every day. And of course, that candidate won because they were talking shit like, okay, the other candidate sucks, they want to give you more homework. And I'm so much better because you can get pizza every day when you vote for me. And that's not a campaign, that's just a popularity contest. Which, in one way or another, yes, voting for a person is a popularity contest. If you are the more popular person, you will get elected. But that's not what it should be like, honestly. The person with the best ideas should win, but that's not what our world is like. If that were the case, we'd already be a spacefaring civilization, I'm telling you. Too many people aren't willing to listen and possibly change their minds. True. And maybe just to tism code it, but I need more autistic folks in politics. Short, sweet answers with one of the stupid added fluff. Yeah, we need concise people. We need people that represent other people. Like, how many people of minorities are actually in politics? And the ones that are have to face, you know, bigotry and shit like, oh, what are they gonna do, right? I mean, have you ever seen a woman in politics? Whenever they open their mouth, it's something like, oh, what does she know, and blah. Stuff's still horrible these days. I mean, of course, better than 100 years ago, but people like being negative, and I am being negative right now. I am making money, though, which is great. I hope this conversation isn't making anyone uncomfortable. I'm not going to pretend that I know everything about politics or everything that's going on in the world right now. But from what I can see and hear on social media, people like to be disrespectful to anyone. Doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you're, like, dark or bright or yellow or green or see-through or tall or short or gay or straight. People will always find a reason to attack you. These days, I don't know. I've been quoted as a great debater. One could say you're a master debater. That's mostly down to my autism. Radon, the master debater. I don't care about being represented in politics. I feel like the person for the job should get the job. I just want more autistic people in there because I'm tired of yes or no and just being hit with, well, the economy of the day doesn't, yeah. It's like, do you hate immigrants? Well, actually, if you look at all the statistics and then also climate change, which is not real, and vaccinations, it's just answer the fucking question. Stop filibustering. I can master debate with anyone. Hell yeah. What to add here? I myself am not super comfortable in these conversations, at least when I'm the one speaking. When I'm in chat typing, that's a different story because I can actually think about what I'm saying. When I open my mouth here, it's just like my opinion kind of falls out without proper thought. So I might just say stupid shit that I don't mean, or stupid shit that I don't understand completely. I was told I'd be great in politics, and I was like, I'd rather fucking die. My motto is, leave the politics to the politicians, and not to billionaires who just want power. But that's just an idea. Should turn one of these areas into a taxi thing. Such as this one. Bloop. Nobody wants to park here for 50 bucks because they can park for free here. It's a close question. Save us some time and give one of two answers. If you don't know, say that. Or at least give an answer that at least describes the answer to the question and not start with something else. Like, do you like apples? And your response is, listen, we've got so many fucking foreigners in our country ruining the apple situation. That's not an answer. I didn't want to hear about that. What do I put here? I know, more trees. And paths. Do you like apples? I don't know. I can't eat them. I'm allergic. Stop filibustering. Stop busting those fillets. Imagine a government or a society that was governed by Vulcans. Just logic. Although the problem with Vulcans, I've mentioned that many times, you can pretty much justify everything and anything with logic. If you just explain it right, you can make even bad things sound logical. So that's kind of the problem with Vulcans in Star Trek. It's not like they're a science-based people that only follow scientific evidence and do what is right based on facts and science and math and what. Anything can be explained logically. So logic alone doesn't really work. I'm a champion fence sitter. What's a fence sitter? As a lot of people call me, especially one of my exes. But I love being both sides. Oh, because you're on the fence. Okay. Makes sense, makes sense. Seeing myself in shoes and allowing myself to see the good and the bad. There's good things the Orange Man has done. There's very bad things the Orange Man has done. Is still doing. Released the Epstein files. But acknowledging everything is key to understanding everything and improving from there. I try to see both sides. But I do have a problem with that whole Trump thing. Because to me, everything he does is evil. Like, I cannot tell you one good thing that he has done. Because it just seems like he's a man who wants power, who wants to get rid of foreigners, who wants to get even richer. I just cannot, out of all the things he did, pick out one thing that was good for everybody. Because I feel like that's what politics should be. Make things good for everyone and not prioritize one half of the populace or 1/3 of the populace. And ignoring everybody else, or making life worse for everybody else. I can't tell you a single thing he did that was good. A fence sitter. A face sitter? Hold up. I don't sit on faces. Plenty of debate. You need to see both sides, yin and yang. There's good and bad, there's bad and good. That is true. That is true. That is so absolutely true. And that brings me back to my very first statement that I hate being online. Because when you open the comment section on any post on Instagram, there are just so many vile people with so many, not even opinions. Being discriminatory, being discriminating is not an opinion. That's just wrong, right? And when people say, oh, fucking gay people shouldn't have the same rights as me, or trans people shouldn't exist. That's not an opinion, that's discrimination. And I don't think that's good at all. Of course. Term limits for Congress right now, and I'm like, yes, please, get the old fossils out of office. That would be great. That would be great. I too think that politics should not be done by people who shouldn't even be driving a car anymore. Like, my grandma is 80 years old. Some Congress people are 80 years old. I'm not trusting my grandmama behind the wheel of an automobile. Imagine she were running a country.
Mayor, please don't sit on my face. The doctor told me I have the case of the guy. Also, some autism. He also told me to have a strong case of handsome syndrome again.
Oh my. I just said how you doing. We're just doing the thing you're not supposed to do. We're talking about politics. It all started by me being annoyed at Instagram. Hydrate? I hydrate. I need to head off in a few for my own stream. Alright, great on. Everybody go follow right on. You drink water. Thank you. I get too upset to follow politics. Yeah, the thing is, it just follows you around wherever you go, even if it's just cat pictures or card content. Politics are fucking everywhere, and that bothers me. I just want to look at my cats without being shown some horrible thing that happened. No more stable, yeah. You just want food. Let's talk about food. I had a bowl of cherries today. Cherries and the berries, which are blue. Yeah. I think about it this way. Spice is a defense mechanism. Plants have to stop animals eating them. We as humans found this and we're like, oh, it's spicy. Spice is good in small doses, sometimes in medium doses. But too much spice is not good for you and tastes bad. The Orange Man is an example of a really strong spice. His base motives are not good, but some of the milder results are actually good, as these are the first mild results. But you can hear the cauldron bubbling in the background. A more intense spice is coming and will be much. That is absolutely true. In politics, you do need a back and forth. It's just like on the free market. If you don't have any resistance, then there won't be any advances in technology. There won't be any in politics. If you don't have anyone opposing your opinion, That is either a utopia or a dystopia. Humans just love eating things that are toxic to other species. Yeah, like chocolate. I don't know. And there is a healthy amount of back and forth. Like, if I say A and you say B and we can debate about it, that's fine. That is completely fine. But it feels to me that in today's day and age, people are more about insulting one another and discriminating against one another rather than actually bringing conversations forward. Like, people don't have opinions anymore. If I express an opinion on Twitter or on Instagram, someone will respond and call me a dumbass. Jail. They will call me names, they will hate on me, they will tell me I'm stupid, stuff like that. And that is not an argument, that is just vile. And I hate that. That is the point that I'm trying to make. I hate the anonymity of social media and the fact that people can just insult you and give you death threats with no repercussions. And that's what stinks. Obviously. It's not a two-party, but only two are ever really voted for. That is so strange to me, isn't it? Like in the US, I just wish it wasn't a two-party style thing. Cassette, did you know you have more than two parties? Did you know that? It's just that nobody ever votes for them. I think in the US, you do have the Greens. You do have the party of the Libertarian. You have the Libertarian Party. Those are like two more that you have. It's just nobody ever votes for them. I don't understand your system. We do have more than two parties, but they never go up for a debate. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm missing talks. We're waiting for Jinxie. We have Green Libertarians. I can't remember the name of the orange people. Yeah, we have dozens of parties here. Welcome back, Jinxie. We're talking about the two-party system in the US and how technically they have more than two parties, but they never get voted for. Oh, we also have one wizard. Alright. There's one wizard who always runs. Didn't they also put up Harambe as president when he died? Yeah, the thing I hate about social media is just people being absolute pieces of shit. Like the other day in a German talk show, the far-right candidate, the candidate for the far-right party was like, "Oh, I don't understand what you're saying. I can't hear anything." And she's been doing that all the time. Whenever somebody asks a difficult question or says something that might upset her or her voters, she says, "Oh, I can't hear you. I have technical difficulties." And the talk show host or whatever it was, I think the news host, she was like, "Okay, Frau Weidel," that's her name, "you always seem to have problems understanding things." And because she was annoyed that every time you ask that politician a question, she would always evade the question or say something completely different, or just pretend like she can't hear you. And that the host was not having it. And in the comments, people were like, "Somebody should take that lady down." The host. Somebody should shove that. The host should shovel that host or hit her with a bat. Stuff like that. That's not human behavior. Vermin Supreme. A Libertarian member. Her name is Joe Biden. I think Britain will be voting reform, or at least enough for us will vote to scare the shit out of the other parties. Her name is Joe Biden. That's pathetic. If you're going to be an antagonist, have a fucking content. Have some fucking content. Yeah. Seeing his photo will make you vote for him. Alright. Vermin Supreme. I don't think anyone's gonna vote for a person named Vermin. Vermin Supreme. Oh my god. Honestly, I see it. Honestly, vote for Vermin. He's a wizard. I was just reading an article about that in the gaming community. Also, Lan, shouldn't you be preparing for your stream? What are you doing here? People sending death threats and stuff because a game is bad or a development team makes bad choices. Yeah, people, the anonymity that comes with being online makes people behave in a way that they would never in real life. My professor talked about this. Last semester I had a class called, how would you translate it? Media theory. Yeah, I guess media theory. And he's a strong advocate for real names on the internet, which of course would suck if you have a persona like we all do. But on places like Instagram, X, or Facebook, whatever, if you have your real name, your real actual name as your profile's name, you would behave differently because then you can be held accountable for the stuff you say. You wouldn't go around calling people names in real life. You wouldn't give out death threats to random reporters. You wouldn't do that in real life. And that's what the anonymity does. That is what's kind of turning all social media into a cesspool of ignorance and violence. I wouldn't talk to anyone. Yeah, right. He goes by Henya now. But like people bullied her off the internet. Hard for playing Hogwarts Legacy and some other shit. No, I don't remember that. Picamino, I don't remember that VTuber. It is my real name, so I do have a certain amount of accountability. Yeah, right? I have another YouTube channel that's just my private name where I comment nice things. Okay, listen, I don't have multiple accounts where I comment bad things and nice things, but when I comment on videos that have, like, difficult topics, I tend to use that account because that has my name on it, so I pay extra attention that I don't insult people or that I actually write stuff that makes sense. And when I talk about Star Trek, I just use my MisterTrashcan account. In my case, I share my face identity with my close friends on here, but honestly, I'm scared to reveal my face on camera. Understandable. That is absolutely understandable. Like, Trashy knows my name and what I look like. Yeah, you also know my name. Entirely on accident, but you could technically dox me. Being online is a scary thing, especially being on Twitch, because it does make you vulnerable to attacks. I'm glad I haven't run into any drama yet. I'm not big enough for that yet. And I'm glad for that. I'm very glad that I am not a huge content creator that gets into drama all the time. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll be in the news. I also know what your name is and what you look like. I got all your secrets. Got all your secrets. You have a tendency to almost dox. Listen, that's on accident, alright? Just showing my address into the camera on accident, that's not on purpose. That was on accident, though. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I showed you my name on purpose, and you showed me yours on purpose. Gasp, my secrets. What did I put here? Heart. Either this one or the bigger one. The bigger one doesn't fit. Oh, I can actually put it in the middle. I love that. I think we can agree that the thing we all want most is for everyone to be happy. And if you're the kind of person who says, I should be happy, but everybody else should not be happy, then that is not an opinion, that is discrimination. And we should all strive toward a world where everybody feels welcome and everybody feels happy. And politicians should also have that in mind. Politicians should try to make things good for everyone. Not just for themselves, not just for the people that voted for them, for everyone. Period. This is not straight. I need to rotate this some more. Yeah. Yeah. If people were kinder in the world, it would slowly get better. It would. It would. I wonder what it'll take for people to actually better themselves. Just being nice to one another shouldn't be so fucking difficult. But history does have a tendency of repeating itself, so even if we do get to a point where things get better, things will also get worse after some amount of time. Sweetie Bear, how you doing? Imagine our politicians wanting us to be happy. That sounds crazy. Yeah, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Usually we don't talk about politics, but Fridays are weird days for me. At the same time, too, I can understand how some people go to the extreme end, yes. Either for personal gain or monetary gain, or... there's always a reason that people will go to extremes. Oh, the lights were just out, okay. I'm not saying it's capitalism's fault, but... you know, people being poor and committing crimes because of it does kind of sort of have something to do with capitalism. But that's just one of the sacrifices you have to make. Capitalism is one of those systems that isn't the fairest system, but it's the one that has worked for a long time. There are probably better systems. Like communism, on paper, is great. Everybody's equal. Everybody gets the same treatment. But in real life, it is not possible. Communism always fails because there's always people taking it to the extreme. Always people trying to still get out of others. Not having enough resources to make everyone happy. Stuff like that. Logically, I know all the cops, I know not all cops are bad. Emotionally, I hate them. I never want to see them again. Yeah, that's the thing. It's all based on your personal experiences. I mean, that's the thing, especially in the US, that whole police thing. It's just another story. Entirely. Look how lovely this is. Please make me uneasy. Scaremongering doesn't help this. Doesn't help things. But their own actions don't help them either. The ones you do expect have intense instincts. The ones you expect to have fantastic instincts are dumb as a rock or just don't give a shit. It's hard not... now I got beef with DHFS. District has fucking snakes. DHFS? I don't know what that stands for. What's DHFS? I've never had a run-in with the cops. I'm very happy about that. But from what people have told me, German cops are okay, I guess. If I ever were to go into a police control, like a checkpoint thingy, like a traffic stop, I would be nervous as shit just because of all those scary videos you see of cops in the US tasing people. And I'm pretty sure tasers are only... like, they're not allowed in Europe, right? Because they're dangerous as fuck. Like, just the other day, I watched a thing on Instagram of a dude being pulled over for speeding, and he filmed himself, you know, as they do, and the cop was like, you gotta come out of the vehicle, I'll tase you, I'll pepper spray you. I don't know how real the reel was. You gotta get out the video, you gotta get out the car, do as I say, whatever. And the guy was like, officer, I was just speeding, and you're threatening to pepper spray me. And the officer got his little pepper spray thingy and it was just empty. And then the officer was like, oh, you got lucky. Like, stuff like that makes me really scared of ever getting into a traffic stop, even though I know that German cops are not the same as American cops. I don't know if that makes sense. Alright, can I have this? Can I put this here? Oh my god, I can. Does this look weird? Ah, look at that! Ta-da! That looks horrible. I'm removing it again. In the US, I think they need a complete overhaul. I mean, in my case, two cops slammed my head into the ground. It's near impossible for me to be around them without having a full-blown PTSD episode. Like, people in a position to protect you need to need more accountability. For example, if I wanted to sue those officers for hurting me, I need to firstly wait for the case to close September. Then I have to give them 6 months notice with the intent to sue. Like, that doesn't even make any sense to me. Like, oh yeah, I gotta give them time and then I can sue them. I've come across a ton of friendly cops, but I still don't like cops. Yeah, that's so weird, isn't it? I don't know if that's because of social media and all the things you hear on the news, or if that's just because cops are scary. Like, I know I haven't done anything wrong, but the thing is, I'm scared of them thinking I'm doing something wrong or that I've done something wrong. Like, a few years ago, I remember that. There was this dude, he got pulled over by a cop, and he asked the cop, hey, why are you pulling me over? It's an American story, of course. And the cop just dragged him out the car and slammed his head on the curb, and then he got paralyzed because of it, or he got brain damage because the cop pulled that car over thinking it was a stolen car because he messed up the license plate or something. So that guy had permanent damage from a horrible encounter with a cop because the cop made a mistake. And stuff like that, that just sits in my brain forever and just slowly cooks and makes me feel all uneasy. I do agree that it needs an overhaul. I'm aware the police training in the US is basically just months, whereas in the UK, it's at least a year. I've seen so much police dashcam footage that I ingrained in me. I see what they have to do daily, so I don't blame some for losing a love for their job. I don't know how long the training is in Germany for cops. My cousin's a cop. First he was who was working at McDonald's, and now he's a cop. I'm waiting for this building to upgrade so it maybe has some more road access. What makes me realize I'm a terrible person is whenever I get a blue alert, I'm just like, oh well, what's a blue alert? What's a blue alert? Actually, a blue alert is when a starship in Star Trek lands on a planet. That's a blue alert. Cop got shot or something? Oh, so are you like an EMT? You just Googled it. So average police training in the US is 833 hours, 21 weeks, basically 5 months. That is insane. That is insane. Can you look up what it is in Germany? Because I feel like it's way more than that. 5 months! That does not seem like enough time to teach a person right from wrong and how to use a firearm properly. I mean, then again, I have watched The Rookie. I don't know how accurate the show is. But you don't just have the police academy thing. 2 to 3 years, what the fuck? Yeah, like, you don't just have the police academy thing, you also have that, what's it called? The FTR? No, FTO program, the ride-along thing. But even that only happens after a few months, right? And maybe it's a Texas thing or a USA thing. We got blue alerts if cops get shot. Just like random on your phone, like, hello, citizen. Did you know a cop was just shot in your area? Interesting. Oh, we don't get these here. A slight reply, but DHFS, Department of Healthcare and Family Safety. Alright, yeah. They expect us to look out for the suspects. But you're not a militia. The American public is not its own militia. Why would you look out for suspects? Doesn't that just encourage people to, you know, do citizens arrests on the wrong people? Like, oh my god, that guy, he looks suspect as hell. It was them. Hi, cops, there's a guy there. Oh, you know what? I'm going to shoot him myself. Hi, Finn. Why are we talking about politics? Spooky. I started talking about politics because I'm a dum-dum. But we also watched clips from Traumschiff Surprise. At the beginning, you weren't there. Hi. Hi, Finn. I'd let that man run if I saw him. I ain't fucking a murderer. Yeah. Like, what are you gonna do? Or what if it's just a jogger that happens to be wearing the same outfit as the guy who shot him? And then you're assuming, hey, that's the guy who shot the dude. You love that movie, but did you know that it was also a comedy skit show back in the 90s and early 2000s? Like 2-minute long Star Trek spoofs? Hey, we've been staring at that part forever. We're losing people and we're losing money, but that's okay. You didn't know that? That's cool. It is! Just, you can look it up on YouTube. It's, Bully Parade. Traumschiff Surprise. Bully Parade. There are dozens of skits, and they're super funny. They're all just like 1 or 2 minutes long. I highly recommend it. Where are my paths? Paths are here. I like how I'm just still casually building my little streets. How to get your city so organized? I can never get this far into the game. Oh my god, I've been playing this save for however many hours equals 734 saves. I think I've been playing this for a year. At this point. Oh my god, actually, let me check. When did I upload the first VOD? I've been playing City Skylines forever. I know all the tricks. Let's see. I go haunt the ghosts. Alright, Jinx. Oh, shit. That was just my voice. VOD channel. Playlists. City Skylines. Where are ya? City Skylines. My very first stream. I mean, not my very first stream, but... Okay, so the first VOD I uploaded... Oh, 4 months? It's only been 4 months? March 19th. I started the city on March 19th. That's interesting. So not a year, only 4 months. I was lying. I was lying like a politician. It is still a long time. And it's a pretty big city too. Pretty large. But yeah, I'm just having a good time. I don't have any specific plans for the city. I'm just kind of building. Which is why there aren't any spaces between anything. It's just one big city that I made. I've got a few skyscrapers like this one. Okay, my biggest plan was to build a nuclear power plant, which I did. It's right here. And it's exporting so much power. This is what's getting me all my money. What kind of food did you get, Cassette? Did you get the chicken again? You got the chicken again, didn't you? I hate this. You got Wendy's? Shit. Had a $5 off coupon. Let's go. I love me some coupons. Some pawns. Some coupons. I'm kind of running out of space. I don't want to have to... I don't want to buy these. I don't have to pay for the upkeep, but let's fucking do it. Okay, these two will cost me 50,000 per month. I guess that's okay. I guess that's okay. What I wanted to do, bring this all the way around. All the way around here. Or did I want to go like this and leave this empty? What did I want to do? I mean, it only makes sense to go this way. So, let's... What the fuck? It's an airplane. Hey, yeah, Finn, how have you been doing? I hope you're well. This goes here. You know, it is funny that I'm using these roads here, but also here. These are like my main arterial roads. You gonna climb a mountain later? Are you gonna play Peak? Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, boy! Okay, money's gonna go down a bit. Oh, why are you unhappy? Unreliable healthcare coverage. Is that because people are dying? Yeah, death care counts toward healthcare, sadly. So let me build some more crematoriums. Not this one, but maybe this one. It does add... Wait, that's the crematorium. Processing speed storage. Air pollution. It does add air pollution. What are you gonna do, am I right? I'm not gonna build a crematorium next to the school. I want to update this one, upgrade this one. That's my high school. Do I go all the way out with this to like here? Or I kind of want to build a low density area like I did here. Like this. I put it over here, like a little... Connect this to here. Make it a square and have the low density single houses here. Yeah. Yeah. Right, this is my main arterial, so this can go here, that's okay. This should be here. Nipple. Okay. What I want to do... Go like this. Go like this to here. But also kind of go like this. Actually go here. Bring this out to here, maybe? And then this can connect to here. Oh my god. 90 degrees, perfect. And this goes this way. And this is just perpendicular to this road. Parallel, not perpendicular. I don't know my words. Okay. And this one can go here. Nice and straight that way. And we can have one road in the middle connecting them all. I kind of want to do a thing here. Let me... One-way alley. People can park on these, I hate that. Let's connect this to here. And build it like this. Let's make a very strange intersection. Like this. And then this can go like this. Remove all the crossing from it. So people can go this way. People from here, if they wanted to turn left, what would they have to do? So this technically should be a one-way road going that way. And this too. So these two should be one-way roads. Oh no, wait. Unless people want to go that way, makes sense. So people could go that way. If you want to turn left here, how would you do it? This one would have to be this. This would have to be like that. Do it like this. And then this also needs to be this. Why am I making it this complicated? I cannot tell you. Like that. You know, some cities just have weird shit like this. And all of this without parking. So yeah, just, by the way, we usually never talk about politics. I just felt like it today. It's not something we usually do. So I hope I didn't scare away any potential new viewers. It's just something that was on my mind today, particularly today, because I just got so upset about social media again. It annoyed me, so I had to vent. I'm sorry if I upset anyone. People just need to vent. Yeah, I just had to talk about it, especially the situation on social media and everybody being assholes annoys me. That's okay. I mean, no, but it's fine. Oh my god, you know what? I can flip that around. I can put this here. There you go. I mean, technically, this would have to be here. I don't want to destroy a building just because of that. Please don't die. Hey. That's okay. That's okay, and that's okay. Yep. Lane connector. I don't want people turning here at all. Let's remove all connections. You can go here. You can go here. You can turn that way. You can turn that way. You can go here. Also remove all connections. You can go here. And here. You can go here. I like this tool. It works very well. It's not as good as TMPE from City Skylines 1, but hey. Let's turn this into a wider walkway. With trees, yeah, sure, why not? Like, it's not like it matters, but whatever I like more. Some places just have weird shit like this. Like, since it's going to be a residential area, you want people turning left be able to easily go that way. And that's what this is. This doesn't need lights, though. This doesn't need lights. Stop signs, sure. Stop signs are fine. You're just going to have to look to your left before you turn. I can expect that of my people, right? I just did that to make it a bit more interesting. What should go here? Maybe my crematorium can go here. Since this is that one junction where everybody will probably die. Okay, remove that from there, that from there. Okay, we do have people dying left and right. Okay, this doesn't fit here at all. This could technically fit on here. Should I? Should I put that here? I could also get the tiny one. Or just this. A dead people place. Sure, let's just get a regular dead people place. Let's upgrade it. Oh, you didn't like that? Why didn't you like that? Why do you not like having a cemetery across your place? And again, this does not need traffic lights. I trust my people to figure this one out. This can be like that, no traffic lights required. It always defaults to this one, I don't know why. Or maybe that's just my mouse accidentally selecting it. I don't know. Let's go like that. Although there should probably be lights here. Ah, whatever. These are outside buildings, right? This is an outside building, yeah. So I guess I want to keep this one kind of free. Maybe? I mean, I should remove the zoning from here and put it back here. I gotta stand up. I gotta stretch for a bit. Oh, my leg hurts. That's all the politics talks make my leg hurt. Ugh. Playing this all out is my biggest nightmare. I say, if you do want to try another city, the one piece of advice that I can give you is do not build four-way intersections. That is the one thing that'll solve your traffic problems. Period. Because the problem with four-way intersections is that people can go all the way around if they want to, and that causes traffic problems. If you look around my city, I kind of tried to follow that rule, and whenever I did have four-way intersections, I replaced them with roundabouts. Hi, Heckfo. What do you mean I need enough firefighters to cover people's homes? Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. Like, in real life, you maybe have one firehouse for an entire town or village, but in this game, you kind of need millions. I have watched First Contact. We can gush about that in a minute. But yeah, my piece of advice, only do T-junctions. Do T-junctions, and don't have crosswalks on those junctions. It's best to have your crosswalks, like, kind of in the middle of the road, like here, or here. Not on the junctions, not on the corners, because that just messes up your traffic. It will mess up your traffic. And I kind of lived by that, making the city, and it kind of worked. I'm very glad that my traffic is so awesome. I do have some hotspots. Like, if you look here, people are just turning around for no reason. This is kind of shit, because I don't know why. I guess people like driving this way. Getting put on Magic Carpet Ride to play. Magic Carpet Ride? Because of the traffic or because of First Contact? And yeah, if you do have four-way intersections, use roundabouts. That's like a piece of advice that has made the city awesome. Alright, First Contact talk. Heckbo, that movie was amazing. There was so much fan service in it. The song when Phoenix... Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yes. I know what you mean now, yes. I didn't even realize that. It was so loud I couldn't hear properly. Shit. I don't like the way that is. Can I destroy that and build a new one? There was so much fan service in the first minutes of the movie. I love that. My favorite moment so far is when they called in the Defiant. Oh my god, that was so great. They were fighting the Borg, and then they were shooting at the Borg with the Enterprise E, and then you just see the Defiant fly across the screen. And I was like, oh my god, is that the Defiant? And you could just hear, I think you could hear Kira on the radio. I think that might have been Kira. I don't know for sure if that was Kira, but it sounded like Kira. Kinda. Maybe not. Maybe probably not. But I want to say that was Kira saying, calling in the Defiant. Wow. Well, the Defiant was originally designed to fight the Borg. Yes. Yes. Oh, I was so happy when I saw it. It made me so happy. It made my nerd brain go yippee. Number 2, I was super happy to see Alyssa Ogawa again. One of my favorite absolute side characters in TNG. Barkley was in it. Broccoli. Good old Broccoli was in it. That made me extremely happy. Alyssa Ogawa and Broccoli. The moment when the Borg were on the ship and Beverly was in sickbay trying to lock the doors. And she turned on the EMH and then Robert Picardo appeared. Please state the nature of your medical emergency. And she was like, I don't fucking know. Just make up a story or something. Just hold them back for a few seconds. That was such a great moment. I loved that. The whole name being the Defiant is in reference to the Borg's line, resistance is futile. I never made that connection. I thought it was called the Defiant because they weren't allowed to have, like, a cloaking device. Which they still have. They still do have that, right? Well, I'm glad that the Romulans never questioned why they never got their cloaking device back. So they have to literally fight the Defiant, yes. Resistance is futile. Resistance, assimilate this! That was such a cool moment. What else did I like about it? many things. I like many things about the movie. It was so much better than Generations. Anything is better than Generations. Not to be racist or anything, but Generations sucks. And I like that Worf was in it. I am so glad that I watch everything in order of release. Because imagine you never watched DS9. Just imagine you're one of those people who turned on DS9 when it came out, and you were like, this is nothing like TNG, I'm not watching this crap. And then you never watched DS9, and then First Contact comes out, and you don't know what the Defiant is. Like, that's just a thing that appears. You don't know what the Defiant is. And then you're curious, why is Worf coming back? Where did Worf go? But I'm so happy I'm watching everything in order. I love it. They are defiant to the statement that resistance is futile. Yes. Yes, indeed. You think I can fit a path in here? I can probably do that. Let's save it. And then build a path. I'm saving it because I don't want to destroy the building. Never seen any of the actual Star Trek stuff. Oh, I highly recommend it. And I also recommend watching everything because it's so rewarding. The references they make throughout the series, like the multiple series, the self-referential stuff, it's amazing. It's so fun, so much fun to watch. I'm assuming that's what y'all talk about. Yeah, we talk about Star Trek, yes. Zephram Cochrane being a glory-seeking, profiteering drunk when he realizes that he's remembered as a hero of the future. He tried to run away. Yeah, he didn't really want to hear any of that, did he? I'm gonna move this whole thing over here. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Did that work? That worked! Holy shit! I tried watching it, but was super unsure of where to start, so I just never did. That makes sense, because there is a lot of content. There's a lot of Star Trek content. I only started watching the series back in 2020, yeah, and I only started watching it last year. I gotta fart really loudly. Alright, so. I ate some chips today and they make me fart. I started watching Star Trek last year, but only because of The Orville. The Orville is that show that Seth MacFarlane made. I highly recommend watching that. It's a gem. Watching that made me want to watch the original Star Trek show. And then I got into the original Star Trek show, like the 1960s one. And I really enjoy that. I don't think I really enjoyed that, actually. It's not the best show. Like, the original Star Trek show, it has some good episodes, but all in all, it's not a great show. You watch The Orville, and it's also the reason for the I wanted to get into Star Trek. Yeah, right! I personally started with DS9. There are references to previous series, but for me, it's the series that aged the best. I agree. And Lower Decks too. Sweetly Bitter, it seems like we had the same journey, because I watched Lower Decks, didn't understand any of it, but I loved the show, and then I watched The Orville, and watching both The Orville and Lower Decks made me want to watch the original Star Trek series. And then I got Paramount Plus, and I said to myself, okay, I'm going to watch one episode of Star Trek every day. And I did. And I did do that. And here we are now. I started with the original 1960s show. Not my favorite one. Then I watched the animated show from the 70s. Then I watched The Next Generation that came out in the 80s. Now I am on Deep Space Nine. That's the 90s show. And on Voyager, also the 90s show. And I'm having such a great time. And the movies especially, they are... I don't want to say hit or miss, but they are hit or miss. Because some of them are really great, some of them are really shit. Generations, anybody? Some of them are really shit. But that's okay, because I'm here to soak up the shit. So I can appreciate the good stuff. Because even in the modern shows, they do reference the older shows, and I love that so much. And understanding all these references, it makes me so happy. It's like one line, one throwaway line that just makes your nerd heart beat faster. The best place to start is the Next Generation, but just a warning, the first season is rough and hasn't aged well. The season 2 picks up, and season 3 is really good. And from there it only goes up. Yes, I mean, any show's first season always kind of sucks. The Office season 1 sucks. Parks and Recreation season 1 kind of sucks. It's always that first season where a show tries to find its footing, but it's at its worst. I got something in Warframe to give my frame a skirt. Hell yeah. You have to stick to it. I would even say start watching the original show. But only if you want the full experience. I'm glad I watched the original show, even though it was very boring at parts. Because, you know, it's 60s TV. The stories are sometimes very long and not really exciting. Because, you know, what people in the 60s, oh my, in the 60s thought space was going to be, they kind of missed it by a mile. I mean, not like we know now what space is like, but they had talking rocks and shit like that. I remember when I watched Ozark, I was like, this is so slow, but slow start shows somehow turn out to be so good. Ozark is great. I watched the first two seasons. First season. I know I never finished it. I know that much because I didn't have Netflix then. I watched it at my parents, and then I couldn't watch it anymore because I didn't have access to Netflix. So yeah, I never finished it. Maybe I should pick it back up sometime. Hi, Mikas. How you doing? It is warm. It is very warm today. Did you know that the fish hat is good for protecting your head from the deadly laser known as the sun's a deadly laser? The original I would recommend after you've watched TNG and DS9, because by that point you're in deep. Okay, that's a valid point. That's a valid point. Although I do like watching stuff in chronological order, so I really get there from the start. If you really do want to get into it, I would say start from the very beginning. And watch it from the perspective of someone in the 60s. That would make it even better. Because you have to keep in mind that Star Trek back in the 60s was a new thing. Like, that had never been done before. One of these days I can say that I haven't melted, but that day is not today. How hot is it where you are, Mikos? $28, Jesus Christ. I feel for you. It's not that hot here, but still. Can I have the residential one? Yeah, the picket fence. The original series is groundbreaking, but it's so much camp, it may make those determined enough to give up. Yes. That's why I said if you really want to get into it, start with the first show. If you're unsure, do start with the Next Generation. But yeah, the original show, it takes dedication to watch it. Like, I have a friend who asked me the best way to get into Star Trek, and I said you should watch the original show, and they are watching the original show. But he also said he's skipping some of the episodes because he's got a guide on the internet that says which ones are the best ones, the best episodes, and which ones aren't. So that's horrible. Why did you make that one white? And he even said that he didn't watch The Cage, and I said, why would you watch The Cage? And he said, oh, it's the pilot. And the pilot doesn't matter. Bunny, if you're here, you know who you are. Okay, these are the wrong way, but that's okay, because I'm not looking that closely. Oh my god! I'm gonna make this a tiny park. Tiny park? Small park? Yeah, and you said that the cage wasn't important, and I said, the cage is so fucking important. It's not, it's so not, but still. You know what? Let's destroy this one. What time is it? Let's continue until like 9, and then let's raid Land because she's doing Community Day, and I want to play some Jackbox. Actually, for a starter, I would like to correct myself. Star Trek Enterprise from 2004. It only has 3 seasons. A lot of the stories in season 4 make references to older series. I cannot wait to watch that show, honestly. I'm looking forward to it so much. Is it 16:9 yet, by the way? Like, it doesn't matter if it is or not. I'm just curious. Are any of the original shows in 16:9? You've got Paramount again, just so I can watch. If you have Netflix, I think most of them are also on Netflix. I don't think all of them are. Like, Lower Decks isn't on Netflix. Oh, Jesus. At least on German Netflix, most of the Star Trek stuff is there. Which doesn't mean that it's on every Netflix, of course. Road markings. Gravel, lane, alley, drive, lane. Gravel, pavement, transition. I need this one. All of them except for Discovery, Stranger Worlds, and Lower Decks. Oh yeah, yeah. But all the other series are there. Oh, Picard is also not on Netflix. Yeah. Oh, speaking of flicks, did you know, or did you notice that the actor who plays Neelix is also in First Contact? He plays a holodeck dude. I think he's a server on the holodeck, and Picard runs into him like, "Oh, get out of my way!" Oh, the Borg too. That was a fun moment. I will struggle with recognizing the actor out of makeup. Yes, I mean, especially Neelix. Looks entirely different without his makeup. Sure, let's add a gazebo right here. Thanks for the lurk, cassette, I appreciate it. These are a bit big. Can I have smaller flowers, please? Such a quaint little area. I also didn't know that the actor who plays Odo was in Star Trek VI. Which one's that again? Yeah, the guy who plays Odo on René. He's in Star Trek VI. And also the guy who plays Sisko's father is also in it. They're both admirals, I think. Or commanders or something. Where'd my light go? Where'd my light go? Oh, it's in my hand. One there. Oh yeah, this place is nice and illuminated now. Illuminated. Aluminum-nated. Let's delete these ones, though. So lovely. I couldn't find them on Netflix, but thankfully VPNs help with that. Yeah, Netflix Germany does have most of them. Or... I don't know, wherever the heck Bo is, or you can just watch Just Watch. You can type in justwatch.com. I think that gives you the websites that most of the stuff is on. The main entrance of my school is here, right? Yeah, okay. This is just like a back entrance, exit type thing. I put so much effort into this. Why? There's always the Jack Sparrow way. Hey, I do not condone the Jack Sparrow way. Alright. Now let's do what I did here. What did I do here? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so we have a frame. This is where it all goes around, and then we have 1, 2 access points. And just kind of snails into the center like that. I want to do that here too. So maybe have an entrance here and have an entrance here. I don't really know where to put it here. I mean, I could put it here. That would work. Like if I put it here. That could be an entrance, but this could also be an entrance. I'd rather have it this, though. Have this as an entrance. In Netflix Germany, so I'm fine. Alright, perfect. No more meetings. Let's fucking go. Welcome back, Olavinchen. And we're still building stuff, but we're no longer talking about politics because we're all vented out. Everything has been vented. All the plasma has been vented. The shuttle bay has been decompressed. You have one final political hot take. Alright, give me that hot take. Suck it to me. I'm not a dictator. Oh, you. I'm way too benevolent to be a dictator. But thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. You all have to agree. Agree? You all have to agree. Agreed. Okay. Okay. Oh, we can put a cul-de-sac here, right? Olavinchen, tell me, have you ever watched Star Trek? Do you enjoy the trek of the stars? Also, that moment where Zephyr Cochrane said, "Oh, so you're some kind of astronaut on some kind of Star Trek." That was kind of dumb. With Star Trek, the OG series is great. DS9 is great. Yeah, those shows. The OG shows, yeah. I'm on DS9, so I can't speak for the new ones. You know what? Let's just go across like this. Let's do just this. That'll be fine. Hasn't been very Star Trek. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the new stuff. I still want to watch it, though. I know people say that the new Star Trek stuff is kind of bad. But then you have shows like Lower Decks, and they are great. It's preachy and bland. Dun, dun. Lower Decks was great if you've seen that. I highly recommend it. Oh, I just removed the crossings everywhere. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Dun, dun. That, and this can go. The Orville is funny, but plays out like Star Trek. It explores concepts and ideas, but it doesn't preach to them. Oh, the Orville, it's so great. I love it. I already said, if they don't make a 4th season, I'm gonna cry like a baby. I'm gonna weep like there's no tomorrow. Really? Why? It did look like, what are the red shirts up to? Which would be a funny thing to see. You never saw Lower Decks. I highly recommend it. It's very self-referential. I mean, self-referential as in the show often references the other shows. And that is so much fun. And ultimately the reason why I got into Star Trek. That and the Orville. Da-da. I like this song. I'm adding this to my playlist. It's called The Morning After by Count 5. Imagine growing up in the 60s and just listening to this music on the radio. Must have been awesome. Oh, fuck. There you are. I have so many playlists, it's unreal. I heard mixed reviews about how the first season was not received well. I don't really recall Prodigy. Prodigy's the animated show, right? Southwestern American houses, but only the low-density ones. What happened here? What'd you do here, friend? Yeah, like that.
Do it again.
Do it again?
I dare you.
I dare you. Dare me? I'm not a huge Trekkie, but I enjoyed what I enjoyed and maintain a concerned look about other Star Trek projects. Yeah. Did I select the wrong one? I must have selected the wrong one. This does not look right. Oh, that was right, apparently. Hmm. Applegate Street. Wait, this is not what I wanted. I wanted these to be on that side. I guess it's this way now. I'm all in for Star Trek. But they somehow make the showrunners people that have never watched Star Trek, and of course they mess it up. Yeah, this is why Lower Decks is so great, because the people who made it actually enjoy the franchise a lot. Oh, I know, parking lot. Fits in here perfectly. And of course, bump up the prices. Southwestern American buildings. Medium density. Don't build a building that doesn't have car access. That's not my fault. Okay, much better. Is it possible to make a bike-only city in this game? This game does not have bikes. The first game did. The first game had bikes and bike lanes and bike bridges. But sadly, this game does not contain bicycles. I don't know why. Because they made a huge they made a huge thing about bicycles in the first game. And then this game that just don't exist. I don't know why. Many people have criticisms about this game. But that's okay. You can make pedestrian-only cities, but you do still need public transportation, like trams and buses. Because other than that, if you don't have public transportation, people will get mad and not want to live in your city. But I'm sure you could build cities only with pedestrian roads and stuff like that. For instance, Picard Season 1 and 2, the showrunner has never seen Star Trek. And then you have Season 3 with the new showrunner, Terry Matalas, who's a huge TNG fan. And you get a love letter to TNG that works perfectly on every level. I'm serious when I say that there's not one bad episode in Season 3, Series 3. I'm so looking forward to it. Really interesting to become a Star Trek from a less human... to make a Star Trek from a less human perspective, perhaps a Klingon-focused series. Oh my god, could you imagine? That would be a trip. Through the first 2 seasons, and I'm not about that. I hope the show is extremely bad when I watch it, so I can be like, this show is not supposed to be that way. I want to be part of hating it. Although the problem with me is I don't like not liking stuff. I have a problem with being against stuff. I always try to be like, oh yeah, yeah, it's bad, but actually, if you look at that one particular thing, that's actually super good about it. If that makes sense at all. Letting people like their stuff, yeah. Sad thing is, Matalas wanted to make a new Star Trek Legacies, but Paramount sat on their hands for too long, and Matalas moved on to another studio. Aww. Oh man. Growing up is learning not to yuck someone else's yum. If other people only did that, lived by that mantra. Don't yuck other people's yums, and treat other people the way you'd like to be treated. If people only followed those 2 things, this entire planet would be better off. Well, since there aren't any houses on that side, might as well give you some trees. I could connect these together, then people wouldn't have to go all the way here. Turn left. I could connect this to here. Let's save before I do that. What time is it? It is 9:05. Or whatever my computer thinks the time is. We're going to raid over to land in a minute. I want to finish this first. Okay, yeah, that does work. Alright, perfect. Like, I would never make fun of someone for liking Star Wars. I think Disney snagged him and he'll be a showrunner on Vision Quest. It's about Vision. Oh, like Vision, the Marvel guy. The Marvel man. Hi, Shy Girl. Oh my god, you are also playing City Skylines 2. I cannot believe it. Hi. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? Everybody, go follow Shy Girl. If you like City Skylines content, go follow Shy Girl. Let me do it before Jax does it. _X. I'm so slow at typing stuff. Everybody go follow Shy Girl. Shy Girl's great. Sadly, because of time zones, I can never really be in your streams, and that bothers me, because you're the only person who actually plays City Skylines who I follow. Hey, how was your stream? What were you up to? We've been talking about Star Trek all day. You love it? Hell yeah. Hey, yeah, welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know who I am, I'm MisterTrashcan. I almost forgot to say that because, I don't know, I'm in this game right now. Thinking not possible. But yeah, I'm MisterTrashcan, and I like to play all sorts of different games. Right now we're playing City Skylines, but I also like to play things like Outer Worlds, or Fallout, or spooky horror games. I'm currently in the middle of my Little Nightmares 2 playthrough. I always have to think what game I'm playing. Yeah, I like games. If you need to raid and run, feel free to do so, IRL, before URL, or get in your after-stream self-care, your ASS, your after-stream self-care. I got that from Crimson. That is forever etched in my brain now. Yeah, I'd appreciate it if you stuck around. I myself am ending stream soon. In 10 minutes, maybe? Because I have been streaming for over 3 hours, and I am getting kind of tired. Yep. Stream was good. Just been adding ferries to my city. Oh, hell yeah. I have never added boats in any of my cities. Like, not in City Skylines 2, not in City Skylines 1. I'm kind of allergic to boats. I don't know why. I don't know why. Boats are weird. Let's add some greenery. You can just watch a 10-minute recap for Season 1, and 2 before Season 3. You build a harbor city, then they delayed the update. Yeah. I mean, they did give us piers. Oh, what, Shy Girl, you want to see my butt? Let me show you my butt. Look, I accidentally made a butt. Nice. I gotta take my lunch. You're reading out soon? Yeah, 5-10 minutes. What a nice... It is a nice butt, isn't it? Oh yeah, have a nice lunch. Curvy. It is very curvy. Very curvy. Okay, look guys, we built all of this. It's only taken us 3 hours. Thanks for the look, I appreciate it. Cool beans. Lurk to raid? Heck yeah. Thank you so much for being here, Olavention. I appreciate it, as always. Does it also take you forever to do anything in this game? It's like I said, this is what I did today. In 3 hours, this is what I accomplished. Then again, I also built this, right? I got a friend who got stuck on Season 1 and dropped it. He was hyped when I told him Season 3 was good, but couldn't get over the first 2 seasons, so he just watched recaps, which still scarred him, but he only wasted 20 minutes instead of 20 hours. It can't be that bad, can it? I'm worried. Cute park? Why, thank you. No parking. No parking, please. I'm building more single home houses. It is bad? How bad can it be? Is it Generations level bad? Season 2 is worse than Star Trek Nemesis, and I'll die on that hill. I haven't seen Nemesis yet. The next one that I have to watch is Insurrection, and I think that'll still be a month or two until I can get to that one. What do I put here? What do I put in here? Let's just do this and see what happens. Okay, now we have space here. What can I put here? Population increased. Citizen happiness increased. Fuck yeah. People are upset about high taxes, service, high noise pollution, and unreliable healthcare coverage. That's just because you keep dying. If you didn't die all the time, we wouldn't have a problem. Insurrection is okay, kind of boring halfway through. Still better than Generations, but worse than First Contact. I've looked at all the reviews, and I think First Contact is the one that kind of fared the best. But then again, it's still all very subjective because, listen, the best Star Trek movie, the best original Star Trek movie, in my opinion, is the very first one. I don't know if you can agree with that or not. Was that bad? Nemesis killed the plan for the 5th TNG movie. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Money is good again. My population, by the way, has doubled since the Great Fire where everybody fucking died. What happened? Crime scene. What do you mean crime scene? Isn't my police station right here? How's there crime right there? Who's dumb enough to commit crime right across from a police station? Also, this is like the only place where I intentionally made it a 4-way intersection with lights. Okay, that's a lie, but this is the first one. Instead of a roundabout. I have a roundabout here for no reason. Absolutely no reason. Why is there a roundabout here? Why did I do that? Also, the amount of people driving up here, that's kind of insane. This is where the rich people live. I kind of thought, hey, let's give them a rich people area. Imagine living here. Now that's the life. Right under this huge radio. I was gonna say radar and radio. Raider. It's a radar tower. Alright. What time is it in game? 1902, 1903. Let's plant some trees. And then I'm gonna raid over to land because she's playing Jackbox. I want to get in at least one round of drawing funny stuff. Good enough. Alright, save it.